Hey, everybody. What is this contraption and where did I get it?
Okay, is that medical equipment, Steve? Tell the truth.
No, it isn't. No, what
What
I
is it?
held up, it is a pizza cutter that I bought. I got this at the Dollar Tree for $1.25.
Oh my gosh. Put
And
that up in the air again, Steve. Let me see it. That is really cool.
it's not bad. I've only used it on one pizza. Um, in the position that I'm in, I don't have an oven, but I have an air fryer. So I said, okay, I'd like to make a pizza. I'd like to try a frozen pizza, but I can do this. What can I do? All right, so I went and bought a frozen pizza, went to the dollar store, cut the pizza up into four, five, six slices, and then cooked each slice individually.
I
And
love
it
it.
still turned out every bit as good as if I did the whole pizza at once.
I love
But
that gadget. That looks really cool. And did
yeah,
you literally pay the $1.25? Because some stores say $1.25, then you go in and then it's like this
no,
other number magically comes out.
125 is what I paid at the register.
You're reminding me of something, Steve. With the holidays, literally a twist and a turn around the corner. Something like that would be a great thing to give as a stocking stuffer, or
Yeah,
maybe even consider for a gift basket. I'm just wondering. Now,
yeah.
where did you get it in the dollar store? Like what section?
Where the kitchen utensils are and the slotted spoons and the um, here's a colander I had gotten. There's not a real big one, but here's a colander I had bought at the I
That
had
is
bought.
really nice. Is that plastic?
It's plastic. It's not real big. It's about 7, maybe 8 inches around, but still,
Yes.
um, if you're making pasta for like one person, it'll work good.
Right.
If you want to drain certain types of fruit, if you want to, it's not too bad. Sometimes I wish I had a bigger one, but it doesn't do too. I've had it for a while, but but no, you can get slotted spoons, you can get knives, forks, and spoons, you can get almost any kitchen utensils you can think of, strainers. Um, if you're looking for oven mitts and towels that you have in the little towels you have in the kitchen,
I mean,
it's all right there.
confession time. If somebody, hey, if any family member just happens to be watching, just saying, I wouldn't mind a gift basket with stuff like that in it. So you mentioned slotted spoons you can get there. So
Sure.
literally a person can walk into, let's say, the Dollar Tree with like $15, okay? And
Ah,
make an excellent basket with stuff
you
like
will.
that.
You will. In
Wow.
fact, with $15, you might even be able to walk out with about 2 or 3 bags full.
Yes. Yes.
I don't know if you remember, it was in an older video. I had posted a picture of um, a spatula and a ladle
Yeah.
spoon. Those were $1.25 at the dollar store as well.
You know what this reminds me of, Steve? How many times, like you're working around your kitchen, you're trying to prepare a recipe or something, and then all of a sudden you go, "Oh shucks, if only I had." Oh shucks, if only. And then you keep like putting on the to-do list. Yeah, in the back of your mind, the list is not written down anywhere. I am going to get this, this, this. This is a great thing to sit down and to consider, like one of those items. That is
Mhm.
amazing. I really would love that kind of stuff. That's great. Love it.
Yeah, definitely. Consider that as a gift for a birthday.
It could be in any time of the year gift. I keep focusing on
Yeah.
Christmas, but you do raise a good point there.
Well, Christmas is not too terribly far out. That's only 3 months and what, 3.5 months out. So it's not like way down the road. I mean, it's just a matter of days, really, if you think about it.
Do you know what I did years ago, Steve, in terms of those baskets? I bought a bunch of basket little things for like with the theme, like that could be the theme kitchen gizmos and gadgets for the
Hmm.
basket. I put a bunch of baskets and I purchased things assembly line fashion as time went by. For example, go to the dollar store and buy, let's say, cake mix or whatever, and just fill up every basket. Then the following week or next 2 weeks later, get other things to fill up all the baskets at the same time, assembly line fashion. Then I was all done. All I had to do was put the wrapping paper on. It was amazing.
Yeah, another thing that I had gotten at the dollar store or Dollar Tree, I have it here. Um, I don't like taking medicine. I don't even like taking headache pills. No Tylenol.
Right.
I don't like doing any of that. But if I do take anything like that, like in the form of a headache med, here is a tablet cutter. You can put the pill in here, and it's got a little razor blade, and you close it, and it'll split the pill in half.
Nice.
But you have to make sure you line it up correctly, or it won't break evenly.
See, that's an example of one of those, gee, I wish I had, and we forget to, write it down or something.
Because
You know?
I like to take the 500 milligram caplet of Tylenol. I don't do it very often, but I may not want 500. I may only want to take 250. I may only want to do half.
Yeah. Yeah.
I used to do that with ibuprofen, but I've come to find out ibuprofen, yeah, it's good for those that can take it, but in my case, it made my feet swell. So,
Yeah, you have to be careful. I have a question for you. Since you frequent, those dollar type stores, thankfully
mhm.
for you, it's easily accessible, more or less. Do you notice if they sell kitchen timers? Those little, like, wind up, old fashioned manual
Yeah,
timer?
yeah, they have an aisle where you can go and get like headphones, and if you need like a charger for your phone, or you need like a charging cable. There is an aisle, I think, that has the kitchen timers. The ones that I remember were the old ones that you sit on a counter and you turn the.
Yes, and literally manually turn, like with a spring inside of it. Why do I mention that and ask about that? Because not everybody has a manual, like a digital stove type timer thing. This is great, not just for cooking like in the old days, but say, oh, how many times, Steve, have I suggested to people when they're decluttering? When people are first approaching decluttering, like so overwhelming, no, start small. Put your timer on 15 minutes. And when your 15 minutes is up, you walk away till the next day. That way you get your feet back in the water. A kitchen timer is a great thing. You just mentioned really other good things that you can get easily there. You said charger, headphones, or something to that effect.
Yeah, just I mean, don't expect like top of the line quality. I mean, it's just something to get you by. But you got like little headphones. You got the charging wires or cable that you use
But
for the.
these are the things like you want to get. Many people say, "Oh, I have to get that." They put it on their mental list, and somehow it doesn't come into fruition. These are wonderful things. A miscellaneous basket of goodies. You can even wrap them up individually, so the person has a ball when they're opening up their gift basket. You mentioned some really, really good things there.
You can get just about anything. Did I? I'll tell you something I got at the Dollar Tree. This was about three shops ago. I have it. It's actually well. It what it is it's a lemon shortbread cookie. It's
Nice.
it's only a 4.6 ounce box, but I
You wouldn't have
figure
to twist my arm for me to try one of those cookies. No, no.
well they're pretty good. You have those.
Mhm.
You have those, and you also have the original. Um, they're not bad for what they are. Now, I'm loyal to the Walker's brand, even
Don't even
though,
get me started. I love those.
well, in my case, not that I'm trying to pay homage, but being of Scottish descent, which I am partially, um, that is one brand I am loyal to. Even if I didn't have that part of heritage in me, I still look for a good quality. So, but for what those are, they're not bad. I sometimes in the morning I'll get a couple and I'll have it with a cup of coffee, and they're pretty good for. In fact, when I went back the last time, they sold out of those. So apparently, I'm not the only one that likes it.
That's always a good sign. And, let's go back to pizza cutter for a second. Steve and we don't get a dime for saying this at all whatsoever. You don't mind if I bring up about the Jack's Pizza? OMG. If there's ever a supermarket, grocery store brand of pizza to try, and they have different varieties, so you don't have to stay stuck with the same one, usually quite reasonably priced, check out Jack's Pizza if you could get it in your area. Look it up online, see if it rings a bell, and maybe write down the information. And according to the package, Steve, that recipe, that pizza's been around since 1960.
Yeah, because you had mentioned it to me the other day.
Yes.
And that's how this comes into play.
Yes.
So what I did is, since my Walmart's really not that far away, within a couple of miles. In fact, it was September 3rd. It was, it was the anniversary of my mom's passing. So I thought about something. You mentioned
Yeah.
the name of the pizza. So I went and bought, the only thing I could find was a cheese one. In fact, I'm considering possibly having it again. I'll do the same thing, and then put it in the air fryer. Well, here's the funny thing. My great nephew's name is Jack, and I had the pizza on the anniversary of my mom's passing. So I kind of set it up that way,
Very sweet. Very sweet.
so I did that, and but it's not bad for what it is. It's really, you can pick up a Jack's usually for about $4 or less.
The
There's different.
flavor, if anyone's familiar with the Elios, or some people say Elios brand of frozen pizza, the flavor is similar, not exactly, but it's very similar. And but the crust is a thinner crust, and the width of the pizza is like you went to the pizzeria and got like a wide pizza. It's amazing. So you get it for like $4, $4.50. Some people got them for $3.80. I've heard of some, right? Amazing.
Well, at Walmart it's 386, but there is another pizza that I wanted to try. I saw it at Publix. It was buy one get one. I didn't get it, but I'd much rather try one at first to see what it's like before I.
That's the way to do it.
I've never had it, but I got good feedback from you. It's called
Yes.
Freshetta
Yes.
pizza.
Thumbs up. Yes.
Okay, okay, good. So I'll consider that. Well, no, now I feel like I want to experiment with all these different frozen pizzas. Now that you,
And now you got that medical device looking pizza cutter. I was just kidding about the medical device, but
I guess it
it's
could
like a
be.
really cool pizza cutter. I like that.
Yeah. Another thing I want to try too in the air fryer. My, I have several favorite pies. I do like key lime. I like pumpkin. I like Dutch apple. I prefer the crumb on top. But I like cherry pie. That's probably, those are probably four of my. But I've always wanted to get a Mrs. Smith's pie, cut it up, and do it in the air fryer,
The good stuff.
just to see what kind of turnout I would get, because
Yes.
you have to look at the air fryer as a mini oven. It really is an oven. It's just a small one.
It really is. And I have to say, we got our money's worth on. I mean, we've done reviews on our specific models. Steve actually did a video. He did a video about his air fryer specifically about a year and a half back, right, Steve? It was really good.
No, closer to 3. I've had it 3 years.
3 years already? Where's the
No.
time? Oh, my word.
Is it 3 or was it 2? Well, anyway, I got it
A while back.
a while back. No, I'd have to go back and look in my video lineup, because I did. In fact, I remember doing 2 videos on it, and I did a short. I did a short about it.
Right, right.
But that's more recent. That was probably within the last 9, 10 months. But it's simple. It's basic. Everything on it is
Basic.
manual.
And one of the strong points of air fryer, in my honest, is that it's wonderful for reheating pizza. Let's say you went to the actual pizzeria pizza and you had like a real 2 slice or 2 left over, and you want to heat it up. You don't even have to heat up your kitchen with the oven or anything. Put in your air fryer. It tastes just like when you were in the pizzeria. It's really quite good.
Well, here's what I like to do. Like, for example, I prefer a pizzeria pizza. Yeah, that's the real deal. But I do have, for convenience, if I want to go get a made pizza already done up, I've got Little Caesars and I've got Domino's Pizza within.
Yeah, I
You
like
know,
those. They're okay. Budget
well,
pizza, outside budget pizza works for me. I'm totally fine with that.
well, that's one road over from me. It's just one street right over here,
Right.
and I like to take the Little Caesars, a slice of it, throw it in the air fryer for about 2.5, 3 minutes. It definitely, because I like a little bit of a crusty crust.
Chris. Yes.
That's it. And
And go ahead, Steve.
it to me, when you heat it up the next day, it's better than when you got it.
It's mad crazy good. Now, how many times, okay, let's say you might have picked something up like that in the early after like middle, late afternoon from the outside place, can't eat all of it, put it away in the fridge, right? Then all of a sudden it might be Friday night. You might decide to watch a good movie. And all of a sudden you get the late night hunger type thing, snack like to celebrate once a great while, whatever. You throw that in your air fryer. No
Yeah.
brainer.
No,
Paper plate, done deal.
no, easy as pie. I mean, the degree of
Hey, I got a
difficulty.
confession to make to you today. I am expecting a delivery of my first pumpkin pie of
Yeah, see, that's
the
what's
year.
interesting about up in your area. That's interesting that pumpkin pies is a seasonal thing.
Yeah, it pretty much is. Unless I get the frozen, like national brand, that I probably could get all year, is my guess.
Yeah. Oh, the Mrs. Smiths. No, I
The
see.
fresh
No,
ones, bakery
well,
fresh ones are seasonal.
well, another pie I do like too. Another pie I like too, if you don't really think about it, it's almost the same thing in taste. They use the same spices and stuff. I'm okay with a good sweet potato pie as well at times,
Yes, very good.
but in the case of the pumpkin pies are usually available throughout the year down here for me.
Yes, many other of my friends in other states, like far from here, they said, Jan, I could get pumpkin pie all year. I said, I know the frozen one. No,
No,
they can even get it in their bakery section. Like, really?
right. I can. Right. I could. If I. I mean, I could drop everything now, just per se. Get in my car, go across to Publix, go to the bakery section, and grab a pumpkin pie already made up.
It's like we only think of it as like fall classic. Like, no. And my favorite season is the fall, even though it's not officially fall.
Not
I
yet.
get an early start on my Christmas music. I get an early start. This is the earliest I'm ever going to have a piece of pumpkin pie, September. Usually, I don't start pumpkin pieing at all till your birthday.
Oh, October. Yeah. No.
Just coming up October 31. Just
Well, right. It is. Yeah, it is. Which is only. I mean, it's not really as many days. What
we
20?
have another thing coming up in October on the 19th. I mean 19th,
Oh,
right?
and yeah, my third anniversary.
Third anniversary on YouTube. Oh my
Mhm.
gosh, unbelievable.
Oh, that'll be fun. No, stand by for that one because I've got that's going to be a good one. In fact, that's probably where my knowledge is going to be tested, which is fine by me because
Oh yeah, we have a trivia game in all likelihood coming up on Steve's third year anniversary. Steve, by the way, in reference to your ticker on the bottom, I should actually consider that for myself as well, putting a ticker like that on
oh
bottom.
yeah,
Maybe one
yeah.
day. The reason why we mentioned the bottom, if you will, is because when the person receives that gift card from letter A on the bottom, they're going to get the whole thing. Elsewhere choices is wonderful, it's beautiful, it's sweet, but they don't get the whole thing. That's all I'm saying in
Mhm.
that matter.
No, unfortunately, for those of you that don't know, and I'm sure many do not, whenever somebody gives a super thanks to a YouTube creator, oh, I'll just send $5. Yeah, but keep something in mind, everyone. The YouTube creator is only going to get 350 of that. YouTube is going to get 150. They will get 30% of whatever denomination that you contribute. I don't know if any of you know that. Maybe a select few may, but
Yeah.
for those that don't, that's what happens.
I gratuitously, for example, Steve, if somebody, if a special guest appears on my show, as a gratuity, I don't send them thanks, super that I don't choose that. I rather give them the gift card.
Yeah,
They earned
totally.
it. You get the whole thing. You can do
Yep.
whatever they want,
Hmm.
and I just think it's a better practice in general. But yeah, it was 30% out.
Yeah, imagine if somebody sends you $20, they get six of it, you only get 24.
I'm not saying they don't deserve it, but we're all kind of like on tight budgets. So every little value point in some way or another, like I like to accrue my Amazon cards, for example, and
Yeah.
then the day comes. That's what helped fund my washing machine. That saved me
Yeah.
hundreds of dollars this year. So
Yeah, a little bit, that it helps. So anyway, guys, keep that in mind, you know,
yeah.
that's why I put that down there. I
No, you
wanted,
make a ton of sense with that. That actually is very sensible. Really.
yeah. Now there is one thing I wanted to tap on, coming back to what you were asked when we were discussing the dollar store earlier, and then we'll just go ahead and,
Sure.
yeah, you still can get the old timers for the kitchen, but don't forget a lot of those timers now are built into your kitchen stove now.
No, no, I know. No, I'm fully aware of that. There are some people, for example, that let's say their housing situation, it's not in an apartment or it's not in a house. It may be like in a various other space.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah,
they don't have that like built-in kind of stove timer kind of thing.
true. There is people that probably cook off of a hot plate, air fryer. Well, air fryer you got a dial, so it's already giving you your time.
Right.
But in the case of like a hot plate or something, yeah, you don't have that. But sometimes you can go. I hate to put down the timer, the old timer with the turn knob. They have more than just that use. Another place you can go to is go to your cell phone, tap on the clocks,
Right, right.
and there's a timer you could set
That's
that.
true, and I keep forgetting. Duh, Jen.
So even though the old methods are still around, so to speak, even though there a lot of it is considered obsolete, a lot of us still like those obsolete.
You're
You
right.
know,
This reminds me of something, and then we'll conclude it because I know the time is going. When I was tutoring, of course, I was a full blown teacher, uh, taught every subject level, third grade and sixth grade. But when on my own device, there were some summers that I elected to tutor, and I used to love to tutor in various subjects. And one of them was, believe it or not, English. Write that one down, my accent and all. Right. However, I used to use that timer to make sure the lesson didn't go over. So if I was charging a fee for an hour, that timer was set. That's what I did. Then, bing, when the thing went off. See you
yeah,
next time.
yeah, pretty much.
That was a while ago. That was
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
well.
So,
Thanks for having me here. I appreciate it.
oh, you're welcome. Yeah, this was a fun little topic. Like I said, kitchen utensils, we all need them. We for those that that like to prepare their own meals. It just goes to show, no, you do not have to go out and spend 7, 8, 9, $10 on a kitchen, because this pizza cutter, now keep in mind, okay, it is what it is. Okay. It's $1.25. It does what
What's
it's
the
supposed
trick?
to. That same pizza cutter, you go to Walmart and buy it, you're going to pay about 7 or 6, 7, $8 for it. So it's always good to know your prices. I mean, you just have to, to.
Definitely.
All right, everybody. Hope everybody has a great rest of your evening and weekend, and we will see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.